So, hello. We are down at the water. I feel like fall is actually coming finally, and that's ironic considering how much I was complaining about the heat just last week, but we've started getting almost daily rain, which is welcome. I mean, I would have liked it a little bit more when we really had that week or two where we didn't get rain, but that's summer. But yeah, we've started getting almost daily rain, and I'm wearing long sleeves again. I don't really need them, but I also don't not need them. So yeah, also if you hear a lot of banging, I'm going to Aaron, who is next door. If you saw the short, I think yesterday, of him up on the roof of the garage next door, they're putting a roof on the garage. Which, I mean, kudos to them. There's no way you would actually get me up on a roof. I don't do heights well. Thankfully, Aaron doesn't seem to be bothered by it. Also, if the sun were out, those lilies would be open. Unfortunately, they are sun dependent. I feel kind of bad because I didn't do that much fishing. I might do some more fishing as fall comes in, but I sure was not doing it when it was 80 bazillion degrees. The jewelweed is starting to bloom. So I found out that's what these cute little flowers are, is jewelweed, which is kind of neat. Supposedly they are nature's poison ivy remedy. I remember when I lived in Tennessee, I actually made a poultice of jewelweed, boiled down the sap, and then froze it in ice cubes because I discovered when I lived in Tennessee that, unlike what I thought, poison ivy does actually bother me. My whole life in Michigan, it never did. But yeah, it's definitely feeling like fall. Also, there is a very angry squirrel over there somewhere. I don't know where, but he's very angry. I wonder where he's at. I guess we're not going to see him, we're just going to hear him. But yeah, I thought we would do a little garden tour. There's Aaron up on the roof working hard with his boss, who is also my neighbor, who is also the person who put the insulation and windows in my house. It's all connected. There's no way I could do that. Every time I watch people up on the roof, I'm like, nope, that's not ever gonna be me. Let's zoom in on Aaron. We won't tell him. There he is. Sitting on a roof, trying not to get his fingers smashed. Okay, we'll leave them to work. And we'll go look at garden stuff. I also have not mowed my lawn in a month. I probably need to mow it now, but when we weren't getting rain, the grass wasn't growing. So I think I might actually have corn. Like, I've got little tiny ears. I don't know if they're going to get big enough to actually eat, but I at least got ears. And the squirrels and blue jays helpfully planted some sunflowers for us. My cabbage was a fail. 2 heads of cabbage were fine, and then all of a sudden the heads just turned black. So I think we're going to count that one as a fail. The surprise, I didn't think that these were Brussels sprouts, are getting, look at the little Brussels sprouty heads, which is kind of cool. I think sometime this week I'm going to dig up this potato bed because the plants have died back, so we can see if anything actually grew there. Along with the potatoes in these other buckets that are starting to die back. The tomatoes are doing great. I, again, forgot to harvest my third harvest of broccoli and it bolted. I lose inspiration when it gets super hot and I just don't want to come outside because I'm a lazy human. And oddly enough, we ended up getting 2 peppers off this pepper plant and that was it. I was hoping for more. I was hoping for enough to dry them, but that didn't seem to be a thing that happened. Hopefully all of this greenery here, the sweet potatoes, have something going on underground. And I haven't gotten any cucumbers off this cucumber plant yet, but fingers crossed, they had lots of blossoms. We've been using the tomatoes a lot, which is probably a good thing because we've been getting maybe 1 tomato a day, I think. Didn't get any grapes, but this is the best that the grape has done since I planted it, what, 2-3 years ago? So high hopes in the future. And then over here in the Brussels sprout bed, we had one of the Brussels sprouts just died. I probably planted too many of them in here. But again, I do have hope. I see little sprouts coming up on the stems. So we'll see. The Brussels sprouts still have a long way to go before they're harvestable. It's a good thing that they're very cold tolerant because cold is coming. The black / dark purple hollyhocks put on a beautiful display and have tons of seeds. So I'm definitely going to be pulling some of the seeds again. We only ended up with 2, but we have 2 watermelons. I don't know how big they're supposed to get before I harvest them, but I don't think they're ready yet. They look good though. I'm excited that those actually worked. And then over in the grow bags, we didn't get any strawberries out of the grow bags yet. Mostly because a deer ate them down to nothing before we put them in the grow bags, but they're there. I've got some morning glory that's growing, and I think the snow pea finally gave up, which is fine. I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did. And then over here we have some basil in a grow bag, which we have already harvested and used in several recipes, so yay for that. And here among the weeds that I need to pull, we have some thyme, which again, we harvested and used not long ago. Our squash, I don't know if we're actually going to get anything off of either of these squashes. I should have planted them where there was a little bit more sun, I think. And then out closer to the road, we have the accidental pumpkin, which I think we might end up with 3 pumpkins off of it. I am kind of okay with that, considering I didn't plant it on purpose. And it keeps getting household compostables tossed onto it. But yeah, it's a very healthy pumpkin. I am very impressed with it. What I'm not impressed with is the fact that it looks like one of the deer finally have discovered the pumpkin because they came through and ate a bunch of the leaves off. Again, it's okay. I didn't plant this on purpose, so if we get anything off of it, I'm going to be excited. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but that's a little baby pumpkin out there. It's very cute. I'm not sure how the fruit trees are going to end up. I'm never sure with the plum tree, which is that one over there, if there are plums on it or not until they actually ripen and turn purple, and then I can see them weighing down the tree. Every year I'm like, there's not a plum on there. And then I'm usually pleasantly surprised. We'll see. Do have a couple of apples coming. Can I actually, there's one. I'm like, can I actually focus on them? I need to figure out how to prune the apple trees for better fruiting. I just kind of let them do their thing and hope that something good comes of it. Which most years works, but it doesn't give us a big harvest of anything. Anyway, that was mostly our garden tour. Oh, yeah, speaking of fall coming, the maple trees seem to be trying to signal it. I'm ready for autumn. I'm not ready for winter. I'm never ready for winter. But yeah, quick little garden tour. And hopefully some more walking. Now that it's not 90 degrees with 90% humidity. That's no fun for anybody. I did buy, and hopefully I'll start remembering to use it, I bought a weighted vest. It's only like 12 pounds. But I've heard that's supposed to be good for building like bone density when I'm out walking. And now that I'm like almost 53, I figure building some more bone density might be a good thing so I don't fall and break a hip. But that's about it. Thanks for hanging out with me in this fun little tour. Zoom in on the boys, on the men up on the roof there a little bit more. Look at them go. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.